morning, Jags. I'm Savannah and happy November 9th, otherwise known as Fried Chicken Sandwich Day. Seniors and sophomores, today is the day to order your Jostin packages for graduation and Jag apparel in the cafeteria. Makeup purchases will be this Friday, so be sure to order your stuff. The fall drama, And Then They Came For Me, premieres around November 20th on the RCBN YouTube channel, so stay tuned for the premiere day and time. Finals week is right around the corner, so study up and stay tuned at the end of the broadcast for the final schedule. I mean, on the bright side, winter break's coming up. I don't know, dude. One of our very own did something that most wouldn't even accomplish in a lifetime. Here's a cool story on Jung and his publication.
But in order to truly be confident, in order to truly love yourself and be happy, you have to be okay with who you are. So my name is Jung, and I wrote a book, and that's just part of my story that I think is really cool, and I wanted to come here and share it. I think it's something that a lot of people should hear about because I'm really passionate about it. Ever since I was a kid, I've really wanted to write a book. It's always been just a really big dream of mine. My sister and I, when we were younger, we used to always, search up writing prompts online and then go and just try to write a cool story and something like that. And we would go and try to write a book, but for us, a book was like 2 pages. But we thought it was so cool to be able to write these own stories that we could call our own. And I always had this dream that I wanted to write a book. But I never really did it because I never thought it was feasible. I always thought it was something that was really hard to do, really out there, and that's something that all the professionals do, but I'm just a kid, I can't do that. But as I got older, I got this understanding of what goes into writing a book, and I realized that it's not as complicated as I had previously imagined. And most importantly, I had found a story. I've always wanted to write, but I never knew what to write about. That's why we looked up prompts in the first place. So as I got into high school and further along in my life, I started going through all these different things and started experiencing all these different things. And it was a lot of life change that happened in a very short amount of time. And so I began to find a story. I began to learn from my own life experiences, and that was my story. I realized that the story that I could write was not necessarily some fictional story that I had to come up with in my head, but was something that had literally happened to me. And so just about 1.5 years ago, I started just compiling together a lot of my own life experiences into one book with the purpose of helping others. I was going through and finding a lot of the life experiences that I had struggled with, right? I went through and found all the times in my life where I was at my lowest of lows, when I was going through these deep and dark trials, and how I got through that. That was my story. My story was helping other people get through their own situations by using my situations. Over time, it just started all coming together, and I just realized that, hey, this can actually be something, like this can be a book. Like this is a dream coming true right here. The overall concept of the book, well, first of all, it's called Masked. And I think it's funny because we're in the middle of this pandemic right now and everybody's always wearing masks, and that was actually not planned at all. I started writing the book before the whole pandemic happened to try and get people to understand the concept of the mask that we put over our own lives, as in the fake identity that we put on to cover up the insecurities that we have about ourselves. I see so many people going through their daily lives trying to be someone that they're not, because they don't like who they really are. And I feel like that's robbing us of so much. That's robbing us of our self-confidence. That's robbing us of just who we truly are and our happiness and our joy. And the reason I wrote that in the first place is because I was in that situation. I was in that situation where I felt robbed of everything that I was. And so I wanted to write something where people could go to it and learn how to embrace who they really are. If you're interested in buying the book, you can head to either Amazon or Barnes & Noble and search up Masked, the Identity Unseen. And for all you know, you could be the one. You could be the one that's going to be eternally impacted by what's said in this book. You could be the one that God chooses to move in your life.
That's awesome, Chris. If you'd like to purchase a copy of his book, go to Amazon or BarnesandNobles.com and search for Masked. In sports this week, good luck to the cheer team competing in league competitions Wednesday and Thursday. Friday night, the varsity football team takes on Thunder Ridge at Echo Park Stadium at 6 p.m. Freshman and JV football teams play at 9 and 11 a.m. on Saturday. Good luck, Jags. Take down them Grizzlies. And now back to our field reporter, Ethan Fong, for some more news. Ethan, are you there?
Hello again. Nothing really happening here. sort of bored. Because nothing's happening, there's no news, and I can't do anything. So, you know what? I think I'm gonna just get a sandwich.
I guess the senioritis is really kicking in. In fact, I'll meet you there. And remember, Wednesday is Veterans Day, so thank those who have served or are serving our country for their service. Have a great week, Jags. Roll that final schedule. Bye, Minnie.